in the spotlight today, Dr. Aaron Danison, who is a neurosurgeon with the Vidant Medical Group, and we're going to talk about back pain. And first of all, welcome, Doc. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me
And
today.
I just asked you a question. I said, what percentage of Americans have back pain? And you gave an interesting answer.
Everyone will have back pain at some point.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of when.
So let's talk about it. It is common, and there's a lot of things that people try to do. I know that people go to the chiropractors. They change their mattresses. I was just asking you. I told you I slept on a mattress when I went on vacation last year that I thought helped my back, so I went and bought one. But now I'm not sure. So, I mean, is there any? Do you recommend any particular kind of mattress, firmer or not as firm for back pain?
It's an individual thing. Yeah. So, what may feel good to you over time may not feel good to me. Definitely that happens with my wife and I. So we're very different. She likes it firm. I like it more soft. So you also can change over time. So what feels good for you this year might not be 5 years from now.
Right.
Everything changes.
All right. So give us some tips. How is there any way to avoid back pain before you start having? And I can tell you, young people that listen to this, because when you start getting back pain, it ain't pretty.
So the biggest thing you could do is to stay active and try to stay, stretched every day. Doing aerobic exercises, just keep moving. That's the biggest thing that would help you. At some point or another, you will experience back pain. The big thing is not to let it, control your life and to work through it. There's all kinds of different, exercises and things you can do to keep your posture good, and that's real important.
I was going to ask you about posture. That's a big thing, isn't it?
It is, especially nowadays. We're so entwined with our phones and computers. Everybody's doing this all day. Big impact in your overall, ergonomics in your body, and it really will help you with your overall pain.
Have cell phones really changed people's posture? Because everybody's looking down all the time.
All the time, yes.
It's crazy.
Yep.
So give us some tips on how to do it. Don't look at your phone.
Well, if you can figure out a way to keep, especially with a computer at work, if you can figure out a way to keep your head forward. The other thing is not scrouching your shoulders down.
A lot of people are doing stand-up desks now.
Yep. But just simple, easy thing is just trying to keep your shoulder blades together. If you try doing it for 5 seconds, it's really hard. We all slouch forward, but just doing little exercise like that in little spurts, you can really make a big difference.
So what about nutrition?
So nutrition is very important. Not eating a lot of fried foods. We all love our fried food, but eating lots of fruits and vegetables and trying to stay healthy the best you can. The other big thing is trying to refrain from smoking. It really changes all your soft tissue. It really makes you prone to more injury. It's harder to recover from injury too when you smoke.
So negative lifestyle choices contribute as well.
Yes, sir.
You know what I think contributes to mine?
What's that?
Golf. Do you have any advice for golfers?
The biggest thing is to figure out when you're swinging. If you're swinging and it's causing you any discomfort, then you're obviously doing something wrong.
Yeah.
So, we all get tips from people that are better than us, and they all tweak our swings. We try different things, but if you're swinging and it's causing discomfort every time you do it, then you're doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm. I know that you're a neurosurgeon. Again, if you're just joining us, this is Dr. Aaron Danison, who's a neurosurgeon with Vidant. You're a neurosurgeon, meaning that you do surgery.
Yes, sir.
But do you try to avoid surgery? I mean, I would think that there's a lot of things you do before you actually take that big step.
Yes, sir. So especially at Vidant, we're very conservative in who we operate on, just because if you can avoid surgery, that's in your best interest. Most of the time, doing conservative measures, we can get people better, 80, 90% of the time without ever needing any kind of surgery. So that's how we start, and hopefully by the time people get to us, they don't even need us at that point.
So I guess the decision about surgery comes after everything else has failed.
Yes, sir.
And then
as long as they're not having any red flags, sometimes people can develop significant weakness, or they develop problems, controlling their bowel or bladder, or they have a history of cancer. Those things, people need to see neurosurgeons sooner, or orthopedic surgeons sooner, just to make sure there's not some type of urgency, to their surgical problem.
Yeah. Do you have people coming to you right out of the gate saying, "Doc, I got to get surgery"?
Yeah, that happens all the time.
And you try, and again, you'll try other things before you take that step.
We're very lucky because we have in-house physical therapy, we have in-house PM&R, so we can initiate a lot of conservative things, get people feeling better without ever truly needing surgery. So that's great.
So, again, with so many people having back pain, are there steps that they can take? I know we've talked about exercise, we've talked about nutrition, all those things. Are there steps people can take before they actually come to you? I mean, is there anything they can do on their own?
Yeah, just simple, especially if they're starting to get some discomfort. There's simple, when it first starts happening, we do recommend, resting, but still getting up and moving from time to time. But you don't want to do that for more than a day. After that, using ice and heat really help, especially most of this is muscular strain.
Yeah.
So, once you're starting to feel a little bit better, doing just regular stretches really seems to get people over the hump.
It's interesting that you say that the mattress thing is kind of, you don't have it, there's no recommendation from your industry about, you need a firmer mattress, you need a softer mattress. It really,
everybody's different.
Really? Yeah.
That's why Sleep Number and things like that, where you can change the firmness, has become very popular.
Yeah.
A lot of people like Tempur-Pedic. I personally,
that's what I bought.
Yeah.
I went and bought a Tempur-Pedic.
Yeah, but
and
sometimes people like it.
It's really
some people
firm,
don't.
and I never thought I'd really like a really firm mattress. But my wife and I both gotten used to it. But still, sometimes now, I'm thinking, I don't know, this mattress may not be helping me.
It's funny.
It's
we're
usually
we're
after
having
I
the
play
same
golf.
conversations in my house.
So you don't recommend any particular mattress? Yeah. Okay. Very good. All right. If someone wants to see you or a neurosurgeon at Vidant, do they need to be referred? Is that generally the way to go?
We see people as self-referrals at Vidant.
So they can just contact you directly, okay? And I'm sure you're on the web.
Yep. And, we will work with people if they haven't had any conservative measures first. We'll get them set up for that,
Right.
Especially before we rush to imaging and rush to seeing the actual surgeon. We have a very big group, lots of different advanced care providers, PAs, NPs. We'll also help see people, get them treated conservatively before seeing the surgeon.
Gotcha. Dr. Aaron Danison, neurosurgeon at Vidant Medical Group. Anything I didn't ask you that you think is pertinent to the conversation about back pain that people would benefit from hearing?
The biggest thing is just to stay active. Try to, be as mobile as possible, especially nowadays with, we have COVID, everybody's stuck at home. Just trying to stay active as possible and keep your spirits high. And
you said something earlier too about stretching, which I'm guilty of, going out and playing golf and not stretching like I should. I need some old man, fat man stretching exercises. You got any of those online or anything?
Yeah. The biggest one, just when you're sitting here, try to put your shoulder blades together. Do that 5 seconds, hold it, then do it again.
Yeah.
Other thing, just slowly lift your leg. You can sit in the chair. You don't have to try to do this. Just lift your knee. Little things like that.
Yeah, I went out and played in a golf tournament. I think it was the Rose High golf tournament last year. Kevin Young from the physical therapy.
Young therapy.
Yeah, Kevin was out there and he was stretching me out before. He was like, "Man, you're really tight. You're really tight." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I never stretch. I need to stretch." So I promised myself that day I'd stretch more, and I haven't. So I need it's important, isn't it?
You would feel so much better if you stretch before playing.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing it. Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
you.
Dr. Aaron Danison, neurosurgeon with the Vidant Medical Group.